Hi, my name is Gus from the Cruising Compass, and the reason that I wanted to make this channel was to share my experience with cruises, but also to show people how to find a really cheap cruise really quick. Now, I'm going to do this in just a couple minutes, so stay with me. When you go to Norwegian's website, you're going to have a lot of options here, but the most important to find a cheap cruise is the port of departure. Where are you sailing from? For me, I'm sailing from either Miami, Tampa, or Orlando. I don't mind driving, so I'll choose all three. Then click Apply and click Find a Cruise. Now we have 89 vacations coming up, so make sure you feature from low to high. And just like that, we found a cruise for $323 for 2 days in the Bahamas. Let's look at it. Now to ensure the final price, just click Start Planning. Make sure that the number of guests is accurate. In this case, we chose 2. And then make sure that you choose a room. Now, this ship is only sailing for one more week, so we don't really have a lot of options, but always make sure to look at what the prices are, right? So here, the difference between an ocean view and an inside view is actually none. So why would you choose the inside, right? And then also for $70 more, you could get per person, right? You could get a balcony, and that's not too bad. But for now, let's just click on the cheapest cruise that is for the best price, right? So if we scroll down, they're always going to want to select the more expensive price for you first sometimes, which seems to be the Family Ocean View. Now let's just click Ocean View so that we steer away from that added charge. And just like that, here's our total price, $800 for 2 people to go on a cruise. And if you click on here, you can see the total breakdown. Now this includes all gratuities for your specialty dining, as well as for your unlimited open bar. You can get as many drinks as you want per day, which is pretty sweet. And that's all included in the More at Sea package, right? So after that, you can click continue. And here you're going to be asked to fill in your primary guest and secondary guest information if you are sailing with 2 or more people. I would always recommend to log in, and when you log in and create an account, make sure you go to your profile section and you fill everything out, including the gender, male or female, the title, Mr. or Mrs., and make sure that you put your address. Sometimes they have deals based on your residency. So, for example, if you live in Florida, right now they're having a 20% discount. So, this price would actually be quite a bit lower, more in the $700 range for 2 people, which is around $350. So, that's great. Also, always keep in mind that you do have to pay the service charges. You can prepay them now and add them to your total charge, although I like to wait for when I get off the boat, they will charge the card on file. And that way I'm not adding that number to my total price right now. And I'm in a good mood when it does come through my credit card. And what that charge will be is $20 per person per room. And it basically goes for the service charge of the person cleaning your room. And it'll be, in this case, since it's for 2 days and 2 people, we'll have $80, 40 per day. So now you can always purchase insurance. Things can go wrong, although I never have, knock on wood. But I think this is $150 that you can save, especially if you have a good idea that you will be going on the trip that you are booking. Let's do another example. Let's say this time around you have a bit more restrictions and also you're traveling solo. You don't have anyone else to go with you. So again, first things first, click the port of departure. Mine's not changing. I'm either leaving from Miami, Orlando, or Tampa. Then just click apply. Now, I'm booked for the next coming months, but I really want to go on a cruise this year, and I want to go to the Caribbean, so I don't want it to be too cold. Looks like August is that perfect timing right before it gets a little bit chilly. So let's go with August. Although it is the Caribbean, keep in mind, so any of these dates will really work. Let's click Find a Cruise. Now, on top of that, depending on how many parameters come up, you can click on more filters, and here we're definitely going to select one. Now we see that there's 4 cruises available, but let's still sort it from low to high. So here we can see that there's a 3-day and a 4-day cruise on the Gem, and then there are 7 days on the Escape and the Aqua, which is Norwegian's newest ship. Now we want to keep things as low as possible, so let's scroll right back up. Now the cheapest one is $500, but for just $10 more, you can get 1 more day of cruising. Now that sounds good to me. Just keep in mind that when you see a 4-day and a 3-day cruise, the reason that this one isn't so much higher than that one is because this is a weekend cruise, and then from Monday through Friday, we'll be sailing on this 4-day cruise. Okay, great. So I have some PTO days to spend, so let's actually choose this one and get the better deal. Remember, to get the most accurate price, click Start Planning and choose a cabin. Ensure the appropriate number of guests is selected, in our case, 1. And then here, let's scroll and look for the lowest price. Looks like there's an inside room for $510. In this case, they do have solo insides, but notice how Norwegian selected the family inside for me first. Now I can see the numbers pretty clearly, and this one looks like the better deal for me, especially since I'm going solo. Okay, and just like that, we have our total price. Again, you can click this to get a better breakdown, but it's $650, including the gratuity charge for the dining and the $120 gratuity charge for the unlimited open bar. And this is all included in the More at Sea package. You can do cruise only and get rid of those charges for even cheaper cruise, but remember, you're going to have to pay for all your drinks, and you cannot go to the specialty dining, which has a value of around $70 to $80. Alright, so knowing that, I'll switch back over to More at Sea because I do want that specialty dining, and the drinks will be flowing, so that's definitely going to be a deal for me. Now keep in mind it also does say that you have a $50 off excursions at every port, but no excursion is $50, especially not with the cruise. So I recommend you booking your own excursions and not with the cruise, as they can be pretty pricey. Now stay tuned, because next video I'll be going into a more refined search so that we can look for our dream cruise for a good price. And it's actually the cruise that I'm looking to book next. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and give it a thumbs up.